Hello, hello! So this is one of the 3 Nova 64 I got a few months ago, years ago now. I only have 2 now remaining because I sent back one of the models to Ljubljana for a museum of Serbian computers. But I decided to take a look at that one because it had broken display, but the rest seems to be working. So let's see. Don't click on the wrong part. I got a display, which is very broken, but we have sound. Which means the processor is working, the sound chip is working, everything's working, but not the display. But we can see we have a blinking cursor, which does move. So technically this is not entirely dead. So the question is, what happened? I'm not quite sure, but what shows that the machine is working. We can switch to iris, which does that, but technically it's working. Can go back to text. And we can change colors. Paper 1, give purple. Paper 2, give cyan. Paper 3, give white. Paper 4, we have blue. 5, we have magenta. 6, we have cyan. And 7 gives white. So if we have white, it means the red, the green, and the blue works. And we also have black. So the question is, why can we have blue, but we don't have green, and we don't have red? So obviously the video output is able to output the different colors, at least some of the variants, so it's probably not directly the red itself or the green itself. There must be something else. So let's try to see if we can have other stuff. So it does not look like we have text. So what happens if I go to iris? So it looks like we are in 50 Hz. 6 Hz. Sorry. Now back to... okay, let's reset and see if we have something different. So earlier when I did a test, I did actually have visible text, but it was not all the text. It was like some things were corrupted, some characters, not some characters, like some columns of characters. So I wonder if it could be one of the specific RAM chip, because obviously the 0 page is working, else the machine would be crashing. Access to the ROM is working, else that will not work. Page 3 is working, else we will not have IOs. But corrupted display could be that we are in the wrong video mode because of maybe decoding of the RAM is not correct. So some values get decoded differently, generating 6 Hz attributes. So I'm not sure if I can talk. EFDF, let's say 16, yeah, 17. Yeah, so I got, yeah, so technically it looks like we are in high-res, but display, if I in text, but displayed as high-res. That will explain why we have only one blinking line. Yeah, so escape Z. Escape X, escape Y. No. Oh yes, so yeah, so now I'm in text mode with a big blinking cursor. So what I suspect is that there is some garbage in memory which got decoded as iris, which the machine technically is in text mode. So if I'm in text mode now, so okay. BB80 28, no. Yeah, 31. 29. Yeah, so 50 Hz and 60 Hz attributes are actually decoded, but the display is not correct. So I guess the next step is to open the machine and see. Yeah, so contrary to the Oric Atmos, it does not need Phillips because it's using flat screws, straight screws, different ones. And it's true that machines are different because they have only 2 RAM chips. Because based on the Oric one motherboard, not the Atmos one. Originally I thought that the machine did not have any display at all, because I was actually connected to my OSSC, which was showing a black output. So I thought that the 74LS, no, not that one, LS365, which is here, which does the video output, was damaged. But no, it's because it was in 60 Hz. When plugged on this TV, I see the result. Let's see. So we have one chip which is at 44 degrees. Which is about the same for both chips. That one is actually quite warm as well. So here obviously the voltage regulator, which is going up to 73 degrees, so avoid putting your finger on it. The 6502 at 54 degrees. The VIA at 66. The Sun chip 50. So we have a quite colorful image of the machine. So since I did not see anything special with the temperature check, I got out the Diagnostic cartridge. So from Mike G. Brown, Diagnostic ROM version 108. So this is this board, which also comes with a bunch of things like a tape loopback to test the tape circuitry, a printer connector with some check as well, and this thing which you can plug on the keyboard connector to make sure everything fine as well. But here we know that the machine is working. The only thing that does not work is the display. So in theory, the first thing this stuff does is a quick RAM test, and if the quick RAM test works, then a full RAM test. So I'm going to try that. So the important is to look at the status of these LEDs. So as you see, the 6 LEDs were on, followed by the 4 in the center, and then it stopped on 2. So if I can reset. 6, 4, 2. So, basic RAM test. If the test passes, the code immediately continues with the next test. If it fails, exit with status code 1. Here, that's not 1, it's 2 and 3. So I guess that would be 1, 2, 4, so that would be code 6. So I assume that the quick test works. What it does is just to write 2 bytes in 0 page to be able to check that the next test can pass. because if you don't have 0 page, it's very hard to make a program. So I will assume that the full RAM test that fails, but if the test run on fail, it exits with status code 2. Full RAM test fail. So I will assume that this is that one. But then I'm not quite sure what the rest actually means, so I guess I'm going to ask on the forum. And that's all right now.